Hey man, look at this new chain I got. I got this for Christmas. So I got an email and a good buddy of mine. Let's go by Jay. His name's Jay, and he sent me a message saying he's dealing with bad thoughts. So okay, let's talk about that a little bit. Like, what does he mean? Like, he's thinking about the wrong things, or is he thinking about crazy stuff like killing people, or like just whatever side of the spectrum. But I'm gonna cover all that. Don't worry about that. Let's see. First, let's see. What if you're dealing with thinking about things you shouldn't be thinking about? Like, let's see. I don't know, girls. But okay. Like, if you're dealing with like thinking about girls or something like that, what I do is I stay away from whatever opportunity I have from doing such a thing. Like what I would do is, because I used to look at some bad stuff, and what I would do, recently what I would do is, okay, just like not just go don't go on the computer, stay off of the computer, and then like start looking at things that you could look at, I started looking at more drawing videos, started focusing in on music more, started changing the direction of what I've been looking at. But I'm gonna make another serious video about people who are going through what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna cover that some more in another video. But as far as bad thoughts, let's see, you're thinking about just angry thoughts towards people, or you're just thinking negative about people and or things, whatever it is. I don't know. What I would do, see, I challenge myself. This is pretty hard to do. There's this kid I know where sometimes I literally want to get my fist and then just clean that, just put a steel plate above it, just mold it in with my knuckles. You know what I'm saying? Just mold it in and just ram it into his nose, bruh. I just want to bash him sometimes. But what I do is, to keep myself from thinking that, I try to look at the good in them, and then, but there's no good in them, you know. Then what do you do now? This is where I challenge myself, and this is hard to do. But what I do is, even when he's acting like a douche, or he or she, whatever the person is that you don't like, or whoever hurts you is hurting you or has hurt you, challenge yourself and be nice to that person, even no matter how rude they are to you, no matter what. That's a challenge. I know that's a challenge, but one thing I learned is, there was this one kid when we were playing basketball, right? I was coming down court. No. I was on defense and he was on offense, and we already had an altercation earlier. I was like, dude, the dude started taking okay, the JV was on one side. Okay, this is one side of the court, another side of the court. JV was on one side, varsity was on this side, right? And then every time the JV shot the ball, we were terrible shooters. I mean, it was just air balls, balls just going everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And dude, one of the varsity players would come over to our side and take the ball, and then go down court, and then start shooting it, where the varsity is, and then JV was left with what, one basketball or something like that. And then I was like, no. That's not happening. So then I went down to that court, and then as soon as a varsity player would miss the ball, I would get the rebound and hurry up and go to my side. And I did that 4 or 5 times, and then he didn't like that. So then I think maybe the fourth or fifth, the last time I did it, I got a rebound and I started running as fast as I can. I was scared. I was nervous, man. I was a little sixth grader. This dude was a 12th grader, and I was running down court, and then all of a sudden I felt like a ball just hit me in the back. And then I just kept running. I act like, whatever. He didn't mean to do that. You know what I mean? But I knew exactly what was happening. Then as I went to shoot the ball, all of a sudden I felt a ball fly across my head, like you would have thought Goku or Sonic the Hedgehog was running next to me. I felt I mean, once that ball passed me, if I had long hair, it would have been you know what I'm saying? It sucked. it was scary. I mean, I was like, he threw the ball. All of a sudden, like everything inside me just shriveled up, just like, you know what I'm saying? I was scared, man. And then I acted like nothing happened because I'm not the type of person that likes to confront people or confront anything for that matter, unless I am like stacked up mad. But this dude here threw a ball. It ra- slams against the end of the gym. It was scary, man. And then all of a sudden he come. I'm in, this dude's in 12th grade. I'm in 6th grade. The dude comes up behind me, like he must have had his knuckles like this, right? Hand. I felt a hand on my shoulder, and then he just bashes it in my back as hard as he could. And I was like, oh man! Like, and then by the time I turned around, the coach blew the whistle, and then we were gonna scrimmage. We were gonna have a little game for JV versus varsity. So then we went into the next game, the which was the scrimmage prior to the warm up shooting. We went to the scrimmage, right? And then the ball went out of bounds, and then we couldn't tell whose it was. Was it JV's or varsity? And I was like, no, 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 it's JV, it's JV, it's JV, man, it's JV, man. And then the coach was like, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? I was like, yes, 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 it's JV. So then I tried to prove it. So and the ball was out on Tim, the guy that hit me. So then I got the ball and I laid on the ground or something like that, and I tried to like show how it was out of bounds because he fell down on the dude that hit me fell down on the ground, and then he hit the ball against the floor, and it was out of bounds by the time you hit it. So I was like, so duh, it's gonna be out of bounds, right? It's gonna be out of bounds. But no, they couldn't tell that. So then I tried to prove it to him, and then while I was doing that, the dude gets another ball. My head is facing towards the ceiling. I'm showing that it's out of bounds. This dude gets a ball, bashes it in my face, like just go pow with my face against the floor and everything. I got up so quick. I felt like I don't know. I never felt so close to punching someone in the face, and I was like, man, like I was like, dude, are you serious? What the heck were you doing? And then I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Instead of me like going to punch him in his face or like say something mean, I just went, "What? What did you do?" And then I just stood there. And then I just walked away from him. I started crying like a baby. I was like crying like crazy. And it wasn't because I felt embarrassed or like I wanted to, just like, I don't know. It wasn't because I was scared or anything like that. It was because I wanted to hit him so bad, but I held myself back. And it was like one of the worst feelings in the world. But then the next day, people were watching me, and they were gonna see what I was gonna do, and they was like, "Wow, Bill, that is amazing how you handled that situation." Instead of me lashing out at him, I stayed to myself. I didn't stay calm, but I didn't hit him back. I didn't, I kept the situation from getting worse. And to be honest, I didn't do it on purpose. But then I saw the effect it had on other people. Like people were like, "Man, how did you do that? How did you?" I was waiting for you. People were like, "Man, I was waiting for you to get up and punch him in his face." But I was like, "Nah, nah, I don't know, nothing. I never got to that level, I guess. So obviously, I'm not a fighter, but that's one thing that I would do. Later on, I say about every time I see him, at first I try to ignore him like crazy, but then later on, I start to teach myself, okay, now this is my point. Okay, I'm gonna be nice to him. Hey man, how you doing? Hey, how's it going? Don't try to start a conversation with him or nothing like that. Just be like, oh hey, like if he says hi to you, say hi. Don't be like, oh hi, like just be like, oh hey man, hey, like just be genuine. And to this day, it's like he's a cool guy. Like I don't look at him like, oh, he's a big douchebag or something like that. It's like, hey man, how you doing? You know? And that's what I'm saying. Don't take your anger out on people because people are watching, you know? Like that dude has some serious anger problems. I don't know if he still has it, but he has some anger problems. He has some kind of drive to bash a sixth grader in the face. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my word of wisdom for the day. You don't. People are going through crap all the time, and that's why I'm making this. I made this for you because I'm sure there's other people out there that knows how it feels or who's feeling resentment against somebody. But yeah, you do whatever you want to do, but this is just what, you know, a talk. Like, see, I like this. It's like we're talking. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. You guys have a good night. It's Tall Boy with Short Pants.